Though it may look small, the word hate carries a big meaning. You may have heard the word hate used in casual contexts to mean extreme dislike. Maybe your friends have said they hate a movie or they hate winter. But you may have also heard someone say they hate a group of people because of certain characteristics, like their skin color, religion, or sexual orientation. In the worst case scenario, hate can fuel what we call hate-based violence, and that is what we want to prevent. In this video, we are going to discuss examples of what hate looks like, both in person and online, and why some people turn to hate. Hate-based violence is violence targeted at someone because of their identity, who someone is, what someone believes, or who someone loves. This hate is driven by prejudice or intolerance. Hate-based violence not only hurts a person physically, but also emotionally. And although an act of hate-based violence may be directed at one person at a time, the ripple effect of this violence can end up hurting many others. When someone is attacked because of their identity, others who share that identity feel unsafe. As such, acts of hate-based violence harm our individual well-being and community safety, both of which are important to living a good life. Acts of hate-based violence committed by or against young people are on the rise. According to the New York Times, 6 of the 9 deadliest mass shootings in the United States since 2018 were by people who were 21 or younger. In addition, a report from the Government Accountability Office found that from 2015 to 2018, the number of hate crimes in U.S. schools doubled. The most common reason students were attacked was because of hatred towards their race or ethnicity. While young people are part of the problem, the good news is that they are also part of the solution. Young people see, hear, and know things that adults do not. That means that young people like you have the unique ability to keep their communities safe. Adults can't do it on their own. Your voice and actions have the power to upend hate-based violence. So we know that hate-based violence happens because of a person's identity, but what does hate-based violence actually look like? Hate-based violence can take many forms. Here are some possible situations that could happen at your middle school or high school, college campus, or online. You notice that a student of color is being harassed by his basketball teammates. At practice, they frequently push him down and mutter racial slurs at him while they help him up. A student comes up to your friend who wears a hijab and rips the hijab off her head, pushing her to the ground. Later, your friend receives threatening messages online, calling her a terrorist and telling her to go back to where she came from. Both of these examples involve physical violence. Sometimes acts of hate are only emotional. However, they can still have a huge negative impact on individual well-being and community safety. Here are 2 more examples. Your Jewish classmate normally wears a Star of David necklace. She comes to school without it one day. When you ask her why, she tells you that she's been receiving anonymous texts and emails with swastikas and other anti-Jewish symbols. Your classmate is scared of what might happen next to her if more people know that she is Jewish. Your friend normally keeps a rainbow flag on their dorm room door. However, someone keeps ripping the flag down. Someone has also started writing slurs on the whiteboard next to their door. Now your friend is scared to spend time in their dorm. Though not physically violent, these hateful acts make people feel unsafe and targeted in their community. No one wants to live in a world where they are afraid of being attacked simply for who they are. Most people can agree that individual well-being and community safety are important for everyone. So why would someone turn to hate in the first place? There is not one single pathway to hate. People who adopt hateful beliefs usually do so for a combination of reasons. 3 of the most common reasons someone turns to hate are grievances, vulnerabilities, and unintentional exposure to hate, especially online. A grievance is a feeling of resentment towards a specific group of people. Grievances usually form when someone feels they have been treated unfairly. These feelings can sometimes be used to create positive change. However, a grievance towards a specific group of people can cause hate towards that group to grow. Certain vulnerabilities also make someone more likely to turn to hate. One of the biggest risks is feeling socially isolated. This can happen when someone lacks strong friendships or family relationships, or when they are not involved in their communities. The third common reason someone turns to hate is from unintentional exposure to hateful ideas, especially online. Research shows that 7 out of 10 teens in grades 8 through 12 are seeing hate online at least once a week, with more than 33% viewing hate online daily. Most young people who see hate online don't even go looking for it. They come across it by chance. Most people who engage with hate online, whether unintentionally or on purpose, will never commit an act of violence. And just because someone feels they've been treated unfairly or lacks social connections does not mean they will turn to hate-based violence. Most people will not. However, of the few who do, a whopping 94% of attackers share their plans in advance. This means that if you and your friends can learn what to do when you overhear these plans, you can act to prevent hate-based violence. And in all acts of hate, you have the power to do more than be a bystander who simply stands by, watching the hurting happen. You can be an upstander, someone who stands up for those being hurt and gets help when needed. Because young people see, hear, and know things that adults do not, young people like you make excellent upstanders. As we learned, hate-based violence happens when someone is targeted for their identity, who they are, what they believe, or who they love. People turn to hate for various and complex reasons. Most people who hold hateful beliefs do not turn to violence. However, when they do, this hate-based violence has ripple effects, making the world a scarier and less welcoming place. Understanding what hate-based violence is and why it happens are the first steps you can take to being an upstander and upending hate. Join us in the next 2 videos to learn more about the warning signs of hate-based violence and how you can act to prevent it.